Well, now, everybody, I'm your host, Lambo Drew. You are now tuned into another edition of Finance Fridays live with your boy, Lambo Drew, and I'm definitely ready to rock out today. Hopefully, you've had an amazing week, and we have got you to this point where your Friday is finally getting ready to be that vacation time when you can kind of enjoy yourself, for the weekend. And shout out for it being Labor Day weekend. For a lot of us, we get that extra, day off, whether you're in business, whether you're in work, whether whatever form or fashion that you actually earn your money at, you get that extra day off that you can kind of spend with your time, with you, yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and really kind of get out there and kind of relax and digress from a lot of this stuff that is actually out here. And I understand that there's so many people who have been saying, you know what, I'm just getting back into schooling with my kids and just getting ready to get back into this thing and the whole flow of this thing. And you really want that extra day just to kind of go ahead and rewind. And for others, I used to live in Minneapolis, me and my family, so we kind of know what that is, that people are really getting ready to start going back to school that next Tuesday, that day after Labor Day. That's when a lot of kids get ready to go back to school. So definitely my thoughts and prayers are for all of your kids, that your guys have an amazing, safe year, and that there's no craziness that is happening out here within the schools and all of this foolishness that happens throughout the year and that we've been seeing over the years that has been on TV and on the news. So I really want to make sure you guys are definitely tapped in and really, really keep yourself concerned on, and we talked about this even yesterday. Shout out to Tracy Terrace, who was on the broadcast and truly rocked out. You guys did miss it. Make sure you guys go back and recheck that broadcast out, where we talked about some of the things of the upcoming school year and some of the stresses that families are, they're experiencing, especially with inflation and how inflation has actually came to be, and that it is now taking a toll on a lot of people's pocketbooks. And if that's you out there and it's taking a toll on your pocketbook, there are some tips and tricks that you can do that will actually help stretch your budget out. That way you're able to give your kids and give this back to school time a little bit more comforting blow than it actually is of just trying to buy things all at once. Okay. Again, we're going to go ahead and go over that today. Some of those tips that you can actually do. And some things that really can actually help, afford you those abilities to be able to, send your kids to school or help with somebody else's kids. And I think that's one big thing that a lot of us really don't even know. We don't really go on ahead and put that in our minds of, helping out other kids because we're so self-centered. We think about our own world, our own kids, doing our own thing. And that's perfectly fine. But man, for some of those out there who you are financially, you have extra at the end of the month, and then more bills than the end of the month, you may want to go ahead and look into, helping sponsor somebody else's kid or kids. It may be another family that you may want to go ahead and look into and saying, you know what, I can push a couple hundred or whatever, a thousand or two, over here to actually help with, the school supplies, to actually help out with the uniforms or even the wardrobe and the attire that kids may have. And they actually have that pressure of feeling accepted. And I'm just being straight up real with you, feeling accepted to be able to keep up with the rest of the other kids. I knew what that feeling was like each and every single year, and the burden that my parents actually had of making sure that we actually had all the clothes, all the shoes, and all of that stuff. And I came from a family of five. I was the middle child, which I had an older brother, older sister, younger brother, younger sister. Lambo was dead smack in the middle. So I knew exactly what that felt like to be able to have the burden for my parents to be able to go ahead and shop for five kids, which is truly, truly, truly can be an expense and a bust on the pocketbook. So again, if you guys know somebody who is out there, or you guys may have somebody in the neighborhood and a family or a friend, and just go ahead and give them a call up and say, hey, listen, how are you doing today? With, going back to school and all of this stuff. I know it's Labor Day coming up, and, I would like to know, how are you really doing? And they probably may give you some sort of story. Oh, I'm doing okay. And, I'm doing just fine or whatever. Those are usually the ones who literally need the most help, because they don't want to feel embarrassed. They don't want to feel that, they're looking for a handout from anyone. And I know how that feeling is. Again, we would make sure, and my mom, shout out to my mom, man, and my pops, man, they would make sure we at least had a couple of pairs of shirts, a couple of pairs of pants, and at least one pair of shoes, good to start the year off. Now, anything in between that, hey, we had to go out and kind of make do and recycle clothes. And, we had some great hand-me-downs from my other siblings that we were able to do. And that was able to kind of get us over the hump, of that start of that new year. And then we kind of staggered in and bought clothes when we could in between. Again, we didn't have the fortune of my parents could go and buy 30 days worth of clothes with 30 different pairs of shoes and everything else, and we can recycle 30, 40 days worth of clothes. We just didn't have that affordability raising 5 kids. But man, my parents did the best that they could, and it was amazing. We always stayed sharp, always kept ourselves clean, always kept our clothes ironed. I'm telling you what, we back in the day, who remembers this, right? And this is a true story. Back in the day, we would make sure that we would clean our shoes. You put them through the washer or the dryer, and then, or you let them air dry, and then you come back, and then depending on the shoe, if it was an all white shoe, we would go on ahead and put the white shoe paste, the white shoe marker on it. For those who know, man, we would do our sneakers like that. Make sure that we would take the shoestrings. Now, shoestrings was either cheap to buy, or you could really help maintain the shoestrings. You would dip them and wash them in hot water and bleach. That way you would bleach the white shoestrings, right back to the color of white, whether you actually played outside, dirt, or whatever the case may be. You would actually do that so that you can go on ahead, man, and have your shoes looking crispy and clean back again. So we always did stay with that freshness like that as we could. We made sure we took pair of, that one pair of shoes or 2 pairs of shoes that we had the entire school year. We took care of that. We were actually stuffing I don't know if y'all remember that. I got to bring some of that to y'all. We would stuff the very inside of the shoe while we were actually, cleaning the shoe, and then we will stuff it to make it look all puffed up again and not so much wrinkled with the lines all in the shoe and the creases in the shoe. So we knew what to do to go on ahead and help preserve our shoes. My kids these days don't know anything about that, about white shoe polish, black shoe polish, paste, or anything, cleaning your sneakers, washing them out. Yeah, they may take them through the washer every now and then. And shout out to me having the most amazing wife, man, who has allowed them the ability to be able to wash them shoes. But man, the stuff that we had to go do, you had to dry the shoe on the newspaper. Like, this is some stuff that people don't even know. After you hit it, you had the all white Reeboks or the all white Nikes, and you would go around with that white, that sneaker white shoe paste and that white shoe polish, and you would go on ahead and get the full sneaker right, and you would hit it with the toothbrush, and we spent more time cleaning that shoe and making sure that shoe was preserved. So when we stepped out, we was fresh to death. And we were making sure that the responsibility that our parents had afforded us with 1 or 2 pairs of shoes went the distance. Now, the kids these days, I'm telling you what, they want shoes, I'm telling you, every other week or every other month if they possibly can. Some of these kids got more shoes in their closet than they probably got a wardrobe in there. I know a guy, but now it's so huge and so big and everything. And shout out to my guy, Gil, man. He's a big sneakerhead, huge sneakerhead. And I watched him literally has a full room of nothing but sneakers. And shout out to the sneakerheads who are out there and who are definitely affording it. But he made a business out of that as well, where as many shoes that he has in his possession, he sells the shoe like literally for an insane markup price. And he's making a killing doing reselling of shoes. And I'm telling you what, his shoe closet looked like it had over like 2,000 pairs of shoes in it. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, dude, I don't even understand this amount of shoes, but that's his thing. And I love what he does, because truly, when I see that, I'm like, man, yeah, brother, you own it. That's a real sneakerhead. So shout out to all you sneakerheads who are out there and who are really doing it. You know, when I first met my wife and everything, man, she had these amazing pairs of shoes, and she kept all her shoes in like different shoe boxes. And shout out to my guy Benny Williams, who was helping us move one time, right? And that's still in his head the amount of shoes that my wife had between tote boxes and their own individually wrapped tote boxes that was see-through. And he said, I've never seen all the shoes like that in my life. That's not including all the shoes that my wife had inside of her closet and all of that, you know. And I was just sitting there, I was blown away. I was like, man, I don't remember any of my siblings coming up with this amount of shoes. And Benny and everything, man, I'm telling you, to this day, he said, I've never moved more shoes in my life. And I think I probably will never, ever live to see that many shoes. And that has been the inside joke anytime that we go back and we talk about moving. Like, hey, Benny, you want to help me move? You know, and this is over 20 years later. He's sitting up in here, man, thinking like, oh, my gosh, I can't even begin to even think about me moving shoes or helping you move, Lambo. So definitely shout out to the Williams family, man, for what they do, and that shout out for that memory. But there's going to be some kids who don't have the affordability of being able to purchase shoes or clothes this year. I want y'all to check into somebody, man, like that. I don't care who it is, close neighbor, friend, family friend, or whoever it is, and say, hey, man, look, it may not be a lot, but hey, I got an extra 100, 200 bucks, or I got a gift card, or I got something where go take your kids shopping, you know, take them to Macy's or something like that. Go get a Macy's card or a Lazarus, a Diller card or something like that, a Target card. Hey, even Walmart will actually go a long way in helping somebody in this journey. We can't just begin to get all of this money with these financial plays, and we're getting ready to get into that in a minute. And we're not actually giving back to help people who really, really, truly need it. And it's not nothing that it's going to do you any harm out of your budget. Just take a look and say, you know what? You're right, Lambo. I'm going to go buy a couple of gift cards. I'm going to go buy a couple of things. Some kid may need computers. Some kid may need, you know, they may need shoes. They may need clothes. They may need school supplies. Go on ahead and see whatever you can do to help a family out or help someone out who may need that need, because I'm telling you what I know. It is truly a need out there this time of the year that burdens a lot of parents and burdens most households of trying to be able to afford the ability of keeping the lights and the bills and everything else on, but also being able to afford the ability of their child looking presentable in front of people. My whole objective is to raise the awareness here on the Leverage Show and allow you guys to be able to take a deeper look with inside yourself and the limited resources that you may have or the abundant resources that you may have, and be able to afford to go on ahead and sponsor somebody else who's out there who may need a bigger blessing. All right. So definitely shout out to that, man. Just wanted to go ahead and drop that out, man. Let's get into the chats today. Let's see who's in the building. My guy, Kennard Haney's in the building. Let's go, Lambo, man. Shout out to you, kid, man. Thank you, man. Listen, we are definitely excited about this. Make sure you guys or tap into this. I'm telling you, it is definitely going down. So thank you, Ken, man, for all your energy and everything that you spend each and every single week on the platform. My baby says, hello, Ken. Shouting out to Ken. You already know what time it is, man. Thank you for my baby. We had an amazing time after the show yesterday. You guys did know I took my wife, man, to a wonderful concert. So we got a chance to enjoy it. I surprised her with that. She didn't know where she was going. Surprised her with that. So after the show with Tracy Jarris was great. Make sure you guys go back and catch that. We got a chance to go there and really enjoy ourselves. And we had to see two of her favorite groups, which was Drew Hill as well as Jodeci. And we got a chance to be down there, man, stage side, front row. I remember, and I'm going to say this story real quick with my wife. why these things, and I use a saying, if it ain't front row, Lambo won't go. And it's really a truth. When God started to bless me and I started moving differently with finances and some things really, man, afforded my life to be able to do some things. I said to myself, I can't go on ahead, man, and be squinting looking at stuff, right? No matter where I'm at. And I'm not lying to you. The first time, and I remember when we went and seen Drew Hill years ago, man, and since then I think we've seen a couple of other shows with Drew Hill. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we have. But if not, I remember me and my wife in our early years of marriage, and I think we might have been dating at that time. We might not even been married. I think we might have been dating. This is almost 20 years ago. And I remember sitting at the very top, like literally, you got to like need binoculars to go ahead and to see the artists who were actually on stage, right? And I remember I'm sitting next to people where we felt like we were in a very back row of this auditorium, right? This big old auditorium where we were at. And I'm like, all these thousands of people, and they all on you and stuff like that, and people bumping all into you. And back then, they didn't have too much of they had phones and stuff like that. But you still had like camcorders and all of that stuff. And I lying that to you. I remember that experience, and I remember just being like, man, if I ever could change this, Lambo's gonna change this. And this is back then, right? And I remember just walking up there and them saying, hey, here's your seats. You understand? And your seat that they actually go ahead and they give you, they pretty much like, haul your way the higher you get up the auditorium like cattle. That's no matter where you're at, whether you're at a sports event or whatever you're at. There's a different treatment from that nosebleed section all the way up there than you actually getting down there, center stage or front row or, backstage or whatever the case may be. And we've been blessed to have a lot of that throughout the years of our life, man. And I'm telling you what, if you can, please treat yourself. Pay them extra couple dollars. I like to have service. I literally last night there was a gentleman. They were standing with stage side, right, as they're performing. We reach out and touch and everything, man. The artists and talk with them and show some love. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The guy, there was some ladies who were standing in front of me. The guy came over, right, and he said, "Listen, my brother. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of this." And he started moving the ladies out of the way. And he said, "Man, can you see?" I said, "Man, I'm good to go now," and stuff like that. There is a different service, like when you get there. Now, later on in that, it just, they're just people all over the place and all over that. We're not trying to have nobody in our way because, we've paid great money for these seats, for the affordability of where we're sitting at. We're not trying to go ahead and be looking over people and trying to look around people. And my wife, this is truly a testament to her. I always try to make sure that I try to get the best seats. My wife wears glasses. Anybody who does know, if you see in the photo, she's wearing glasses as well. The last thing I want my wife to be doing, this is the God honest truth, is to be squinting, looking at a show and be trying to figure out like what just happened. What did they just do? What's going on here? What's going on there? I had plenty of days of that. That was perfectly fine. But when I could change that ability, I quickly got a chance to change that ability. And we made sure and everything, man. I'm telling you this right now, man. We made sure we was able to change that and change that fast. Because I wanted her to experience the show at a better rate, where if she wanted to remove her glasses, she can still see people, 5-10 feet away from her, rather than trying to look from all the way up in the top of the stands and trying to figure out exactly what's going on, with the show. And I didn't want my wife to miss anything. I want her to enjoy this life. We only get one shot at this thing, man, and its time is short. And I tell people that, man. I say, man, if you do it right, that's all you need. So I want every moment, every experience for my wife, my kids, my family, to be a great experience, to be very nice, to be an enjoyable experience. And I hope that you are wishing the same thing for you and your family. I hope you guys are just not settling for anything. I watched, man, as my guy, shout out to Jack, Crypto King Jack, man, definitely, man, shout out to you. I'm actually getting ready to talk about you right now. I watched as Jackson was actually down he was down for the VIP event in InvestFest last week. And what Jackson said was, he said, man, look, you got to treat yourself. And for those who know, you pay a little extra for those seats. But where he was sitting at compared to, if you've seen that venue, and Jackson can go on ahead and testify, if you've seen that venue and you see where everybody else and how big that venue was sitting at, this is like 20, 30,000 people, and they're spread all the way out, and there's so many people all the way back, and it's just like, oh my God, like I'm telling you this right now, it's one of them where you're sitting there looking like, hey, I got a few rows in front of me looking at the stage, or I'm sitting all the way back in a corner, and I'm talking about these rows in this building. There were teleprompters all up, huge teleprompters in InvestFest, all up. And you're sitting there looking at it like, wow, I didn't pay to look at a teleprompter. I paid so I could come sit at this event and be front row. That's what I want to do. I want to enjoy myself. I want to see some stuff, man. I just don't want to be looking at, want to come to the event and then I'm here. I paid all the money to get the event, and then I go get the cheapest seat so I can go ahead and have more money for food, more money for lodging, more money for this. No, I would rather starve. And this is the God honest truth. I would rather starve. Brother, you can feed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Not to say blessings to God that it will never get that bad, but you can feed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or some bologna or whatever the case may be. We can be eating on some apples and tomatoes and some lettuce or whatever the case may be, and have front row seats to get the information that I need because of the comfortability of that, because there's something that I want to obtain. You will understand more of the distractions happen towards the back. Now, I will say this. If your finances can only get you into the building, take it. Do it. Take it until you can actually get those finances to actually turn over for you, where you can get the affordability of a closer section or whatever you can possibly get, because you want less distraction when it comes down to the investment of yourself and you going to the next level. You don't want anything distracting you and taking you from out of that level that you actually need to retain the information, and then not just retain it, but apply the information, right? You will miss a lot. I mean, a whole lot of different things trying to figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to help people and how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that and how you're going to try to just distract people talking, and they talking in the back about so many other different things, and everybody's asking, what did they just say? And who just said? No, if I can live without that, then I'm perfectly fine. And that should be your life. Your life should be saying, you know what, whatever I got to do to go get the best experience that I possibly have, that I can help change my life, that I can have the affordability of helping changing others' lives. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything less than that. And when you have that, you're able to network. You're going to find out, and this is the God honest truth. More of the people who have things going on within an event or have things going on within side of it or doing stuff and are leaders and everything, they're going to sit to the front of that event or whatever conference, or for those who are in business or whatever, that you can watch them. They're going to sit to the front. They're going to migrate to the front. Those who are leaders or those who are wanting to attain information and get this wisdom and this knowledge, they're going to sit to the front. And that's just the way leadership is. When we were in school, all the people who were cracking jokes and actually doing mischievous and devious stuff, All those people sat where at the back of the classroom. And that's most of the time, I hate to say it, when you get to conferences and everything else, people who are not so attentive and who are not really locked in, and you have to be locked in and zoned in on some of the information that people are retaining, no matter what level of field that you're actually playing with, whether it's business, corporate, or job related, employment related, whatever the case may that be, you need to be locked in at all times to be able to perform and activate the best gifts and operate and dominate in the best things that you can dominate in. The last thing you want to be doing is being in a place and you cannot operate at its highest or fullest potential. I can show anybody how to make more money or how to get a raise or how to get a promotion. I can show anybody, because your level of what you actually do when it comes to being attentive and actually giving the level of effort that you actually do towards with anything that you do affords your way to keep going up the ladder and keep getting promoted and keep allowing your bag to actually go on ahead and start getting bigger. And that's what we're here for allowing your bag to get bigger and allowing you to continue to keep doing this thing at the end of the year. I want to read this question right here. I just scrolled down. I don't know how it came up. It doesn't usually do that. It usually goes to the next one. Ken says, Kim and I sat nosebleeds seats at Quicken Arena in Cleveland to see LeBron 15 years ago. Won't ever do that again. Listen, this is truth. This is truth. Let me say something to y'all. When y'all get a chance, you got to do it. You deserve the best in life. Can I say that? Can Lambo say that live here on Finance Fridays Live? If nobody doesn't deserve the best around you and you haven't seen nobody being rewarded, you deserve the best. And if you possibly can, they have made stuff so inexpensive now. I mean, you can go get last minute tickets and be right up there front row. You don't have to. What was that concert that they just had and it's still going on right now? The Beyonce concert, right? Shout out to Beyonce and doing her thing, man, out there, man. And she's allowing people to go around the world to go and see her. But when the tickets was first came out, they were literally, I'm talking about paying mortgage prices, rent prices, car note prices. They were paying some serious college tuition prices. They were paying prices for those seats when they first came out. I'm talking about $1,000, $900, $800, $1,500, $2,000, $5,000, just depending on where you were going to sit at. But because of technology, and then even if people waited just a little bit, and the different apps that innovative creators have came out to go do. And I talked about that on the broadcast just the other day about being innovative with an idea or something that gets out here to help change culture and help change the way things have been going. And they came out there with an innovative idea of these apps, Vivid Seats, StubHub, Game Time, all of these other different things that you can actually go to and find last minute seats. And literally that'll blow your mind. Those same seats that people were paying $1,200 and $1,400 and $1,500 and $2,000, people were paying, sitting right next to them, paying $200, $300. Like what? Whoa, hold on. You just paid $200 for your seat, but I paid $1,200 for mine and $1,500 for mine. Information beats experience. Information beats experience. And the reason why I'm telling you this right now, some people will experience an experience, right? And that life has to teach them a lesson, right? But if you understand information and where to go get it at and how to go get it and how to obtain it, your mind will be blown away at what you can do for a fraction of what you know. Listen, and this is the God honest truth, right? Some of y'all, I was talking to some friends yesterday. Shout out to David and Chris for this, right? I was actually talking with them from Didi's Chicken Cat Shack. And as we were talking, I said, dude, we took the 2-week road trip. And they said, man, Lambo, we seen y'all staying at some of the best and these places and amazing. And I was like, yeah, a lot of the stuff that we were able to stay at, we were able to stay at because of free points. We didn't even have to spend a dime, or even if we did spend it, we spent it with a huge discount, So we were never paying full price for anything. And they say, what? I said, yeah. I said, that is because of being able to leverage the power of your credit and understanding what points are and what cards to use throughout your daily purchases. Now, let me say something to you right now, and this is the God honest truth. If you just change the way you're spending or what you've been spending and then just shifted it to other cards that you may use that are in your plethora, and some of you say, Lambo, we don't even have those type of leverage of cards right now. We don't know how to even get to that. Then you may need to go ahead and reach out to me or reach out to somebody that I know and I can connect you with and allow you to get that. If an American Express is not in your platform, we need to go ahead and change things right now, right? If a Discover is not in your platform, I'm trying to tell you this right now, you need to go ahead and change some things of the way that you're doing business and the way that you're actually operating cash to flow out of you. Another card is a Citi card. Citi card has so much cash back. It's not even funny. So those three top cards between a Citi card, that doesn't mean it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, they give so much cash back, it's not even funny. A Discover card or an American Express, those three cards will help change your life and give you so much free things that will be blown away. In the luxury of being able to have that and have that on deck would just make your life a whole lot better than what it is right now. I'm telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. And that's all just taking your bills that you've been paying with your debit cards or paying with credit cards that are not rewarding you the actual, points and the actual rewards that they're actually offering and bonuses that they're actually offering, and then switching that to those credit cards and allowing that information and allowing those bills to run through that, and then just pay the credit card off with the same money that you were doing with your bank account or the credit cards that were not affording you those rights, those rewards, those points, and anything else. My job is just to help shift you from On the Leverage Show and saying, hey, are you being able to get a hold of the right information? And if you're not being able to get a hold of the right information, we need to switch some things up that you're able to get a hold of the right information and apply that information. And being able to get a hold of some of those things that will help bless your life. My job in this life is to be able to help you get to whatever level that you're possibly trying to get to and help others get to that level, right? Now, I can honestly say this. American Express, hands down. You don't have anything that's connected between hotel, airfare, they got Delta, they got everything on lock. You need to be getting with them. Citi is good for, any Citi card is good for let's say travel when it comes to the flight delays, flight cancellations, anything else when it comes to lost baggage or anything. You want to use that Citi card, especially the Citi Business Advantage card. And I want to stress this about this too. If these things and these cards that you're actually using are not business related cards, I need for you to be able to get that, because what that does is your business or starting a business or operating in a business and you never did anything with that business, establishing those relationships with those business lines allows the financial responsibility not to be on you, on your personal credit, but allows it to go to your business credit, which now doesn't allow you to over leverage on your personal credit that it would on your business credit, right? And on your business credit, some of these cards, you can pretty much max them all the way out, and they do not hurt you like they would on your personal, right? Now, there are a few cards that report, that are business cards that report to your personal that you kind of want to stay away from. And the two biggest ones is Capital One. If you got a Capital One, what is that, Spark card? They used to didn't report to your personal. Now they started reporting to your personal. The Capital One Spark card does that, as well as the Discover Business card. The Discover Business card also reports to your personal credit. So those two business cards, I would like for you to kind of stay away from. But if you're doing anything with American Express, and you guys can get up to 5 American Expresses through your business, 4 on your personal, 5 on your business. And then you're running business through that. You're running business through the City Business Advantage card, which is another hot one for you to be running all of your transactions, whether you're putting your light bill, your car bill, your gas bill, your car note, whatever the case may be, run it through that. Get those bonus points of that, and now you're not over leveraging yourself. And then pay that down. And then when you're ready to go get more business cards, more business funding, you're able to take that money and kind of like put it into some other things that will actually help you out. Now, I wouldn't suggest nobody personally taking out a personal loan out of their personal bank account, right, to go and do some of these plays. But there are some plays that you can do that if you know what you're doing. And shout out to my guy, Jackson Armstrong, saying it's a world of difference. I couldn't understand what they were saying in the back of the room. Yes, it's truth. Can I say this to you? When you get up there up front and you're able to go on ahead and hear, you see what the leaders are doing, your response is different. My wife's response when she goes to an event now, she knows. She knows. She's like, I know we're not either going to be going to the back of this event. We're either going to be very upfront stage side or somewhere in the VIP section. It's just two different things. That's just no disrespect, but that's the lifestyle and affordability I afforded my wife and my family to do. I want them to enjoy this. When we went to New York, we didn't go stay, and this is no disrespect to anybody else, right? We didn't go stay in a Motel 6, or a Holiday Inn or anything else that was further outside the compounds. No, when we went there, we went and stayed downtown in the middle of Times Square in a Conrad, one of the best hotels. Like literally you walk right across the street and we're already in Times Square. Like we're in Times Square and we're already on 7th Street taking 10 steps right across the street. And then you got activity to everything right there. That's the affordability. The levels we wanted the top floors. You understand? When we got there, that was the level of ability that we got when we got the room. Those rooms, my wife can tell you, like these are free rooms that we're able to go ahead and do because of the lifestyle that we're living, from transitioning from our expenses that we were already paying with debit cards and credit cards that wasn't getting us anywhere, and then putting that on the right cards that do give us all of those rewards, all of those bonus, all of those points, which allows you to live a better lifestyle. So some people think that you're spending money out the kazoo, and how are they able to afford to do this? And how are they able to afford to do this? Well, because my financial structure has changed when I learned the system, and I learned how to go ahead and take the amount of money that I already do to take care of my bills and all my other finances and all my other stuff throughout the month, and then shift that into some things that will reward me for this. Now, this is the God honest truth. In life, you will find yourself, right? I'm trying to tell you this right now. Treating yourself or cheating yourself. It's going to be two things in life. You're going to find yourself doing that. Cheating yourself or treating yourself. I would rather you be on the side of treating yourself because you deserve it. You deserve the best years out in front of you. They're not behind you. They're not past you. They're right out in front of you. And make sure that you guys are definitely into that zone. Ken says Kim is short. So when we went to see Maxwell here in Columbus about 10 years ago, every woman stood up. Panties started flying up on stage and no one sat down the entire show. Won't do that again. Yes. Yeah. I only can. Only Ken. Shout out to Ken and Kim. And we got a chance to see Maxwell here at the Winter Jazz Fest just a couple months ago out here in Colorado. And Maxwell, yeah, he's definitely still the man. And we were right there by the stage that time, as well. So like I said, we that only Ken, man. I gotta laugh. I gotta get back up here, man, to see who else is in this building, man, because Ken had messed me up with that one, man. Hello, Mrs. Johnson, man. You already know, man. Shout out and everything that came for that. Issa's in the building. Happy Fridays and blessings. I see you, Issa, man. Let's go, man. IC said hello again, Brother Ken. You know what time it is, man. IC showing love, my baby, showing love to IC. IC showing love to my wifey, man. Showing love to Jackson. Yeah, make sure y'all go and like and subscribe to my guy Jackson Armstrong's channel as well, man. Jack is bringing out a lot of heat. And in his Telegram, what he's actually doing, he's bringing out a lot of great information, making sure that that Telegram continues to keep, I'm telling you this right now, continues to keep blowing up with the sauce that he's bringing. And we're going to talk about that a little bit, man, here on the show. Just a little bit. Hello, IC, showing love. You already know. Welcome, Jack. Welcome, Jack back, man. We got to welcome Jack back because he did his thing, man, when he was here. Hello, champ. I see you in the building. Hello, everyone. I see showing love to Lamine. Lamine is in the house. Lamine, everybody knows my son, man. So shout out to him, man, for them doing the thing. Ken says, I remember. Yeah, I know you do remember, man. That's the only thing that we can do back in the day. That's how we was doing it. My guy, Unlimited Freedom, is in the building. Shout out to you, Unlimited Freedom. Dude, I am not lying to you, man. If you guys have not liked and subscribed to his channel, make sure you guys go like and subscribe to my guy Vaughn's channel. He has just been a blessing of hope and definitely a breath of fresh air. If you guys like to hear straight venting and really going in on platforms and talking about will the platform perform or not and getting grades by the platform, you do not want to miss his channel and exactly the information that he brings out and the entirety of it. I'm telling you what I know now. I am blessed to have Vaughn as a friend. Blessed to actually have him in the leadership of the Lambeau Lounge, as well as many other people like Jackson Armstrong, Kennard Haney's in there, Jamal Titus is in there, BOJ is in there, Coach Rashid is in there, Dave Cashflow Legacy is in there. Man, we got so many people. I don't want to go ahead and miss anybody. Passive Income Project, Pen Group, J Ford, everybody's in there. If in my personal one like that, man, for the Telegram. And that truly blesses my life, man. I'm telling you what I know. My baby is showing love. She's laughing nonstop. Hey, I know you're laughing. That's what we're here for to do. Icy said, I went through the same experiences, man. Yes, I do. Hopefully that you went through some of those same experiences growing up, being able to see yourself, whitening your shoes and all of that other stuff. Because I'm telling you what, that was probably one of the biggest things in my life that I did. My baby says I still have a lot of shoes. Yes, she does. She keeps shoes on deck. You already know what time it is. Money is in the building, man, showing love with the big virtual. Shout out to you, Money. I see you. Thank you, Money, man, for always showing love and being in the building. Yes, Jodeci and Drew Hill was it. Yes, if you guys missed it, man, we went to the Jodeci Drew Hill concert. It was amazing. My wife and everything, man, to see her dancing like that, man, and enjoying taking her back. I call her, 95 Nada, man. Taking it back in the 90s was just amazing. And that just was an amazing feel to some of those artists that we actually came up off of that are still performing amazing. Jodeci did an amazing job. I'm trying to tell you this right now. Drew Hill did their thing too. But Jodeci, I was actually shocked. Drew Hill came out and Cisco going to come out with all the energy and all of that. But I was really shocked last night, and it blessed my life to be able to enjoy a show like that. Yeah, Drew Hill is from Baltimore. Man, those are your Baltimore people. Matter of fact, the name of the place, remember, Ken, I was telling you about, it was called Druid Hill or something like that, right? Or Druid Park or something like that they're out there from that area. I think it was Druid Hill or Druid Park or Druid something. And we wind up going to the Hip Hop Chicken over there in Bmore and seeing that boulevard. I said, oh, man, it's where Drew Hill is from and stuff like that. And that's I'm pretty sure that's the name of the King can go ahead and correct me. Druid Hill Park. That's it. Druid Hill Park. You're right about that. So definitely I kind of figured that. I knew it was in there. They were discovered at the job, which was called the Fudgery. They sing while making fudge at the Inner Harbor. I never knew that. And if you guys have been to there, we were just in Baltimore, a week ago on a road trip and really enjoyed ourselves in Baltimore. and had a great time after we had left DC. Shout out to Larry and T, man, for DC and just enjoying that. Wanted to go to Baltimore, took the kids there as well, wanted them to see it. And see that in the harbor, and we took all kind of photos, pictures, and kind of walked around and got, enjoyed Baltimore. Be more in the inner harbor. It's just a very beautiful place to be. I did not know that they were making fudge at the fudgery. I remember the fudgery, dude. We had a fudgery in New Orleans, and they were doing a lot of singing and everything else in the fudgery in New Orleans. So I remember that vividly for the fudgery in New Orleans. They would be singing and making this fudge. My favorite fudge of all time, everybody know, is peanut butter. I love peanut butter fudge. I got peanut butter fudge. You give me a peanut butter chocolate fudge, I'm your best friend. I'm trying to tell you this right now. And so, yeah, that was definitely huge for them making a move. Ken say they were discovered at their job, which is called the fudgery. They sang while making fudge at the inner harbor. Yes, which is amazing and stuff like that. I love it, man. Shout out to Drew Hill for actually making that thing and making it well known. Because Drew Hill is known around the world. They celebrated 25 years of being together. Jodeci has been together for 30 years of being together. So seeing those two groups, they had a total cumulative, out there of over 55, almost 60 years together, of being out there. And I love that. My baby said, yes, Ken, we were just talking about them being for Baltimore. We were talking about them being for Baltimore and the whole nine. So shout out to Drew Hill. The people in the back was going to say, yeah, we was there to see all of that stuff, to see people, man, all of the stuff that behind the scenes that people can't see from, back there in the nosebleeds. We want to get started with that, but it is what it is. Ken says, love Jodeci more. Man, Jodeci, hands down, just one of the best, man, to continue to keep doing what they was doing in their group. And I loved it, man. Unlimited Freedom is in the house. Yes, I wear glasses, man. She wear glasses, and she definitely does. So sitting stage side is a whole lot better. And Money is in the building. Usually we have liftoff. Money is in the building. Money comes out here each and every single week. Shout out to Money for definitely tapping in. Thank you, Money. Hi, Kennard. Money is showing love to Money. IC showing love to Money. That's what I'm talking about. Kim and I said, no, but yep, I got that one. I remember that, that you said that. And Issa's laughing. That show, we were on the floor in the middle section. If it ain't front row, don't go. Yes, and that's, my wife can tell you that's Lambo's thing, man. If it ain't front row, Lambo don't go. And that's just the saying. My wife is adopted. She's seen that. She knows when we go into a venue, if we're not going to some sort of VIP type of box that's got great seats and service and everything else around us, we dare at the front row, guaranteed, because it's a lot better being out front than anything. You want to be able to see the artist. Artists can connect with you. You can see their eyes. They see your eyes. They give you a pound and show some love or whatever. It's the best feeling in the world. Then you sitting all the way back there and you trying to zoom in with your phone and all of that. I ain't trying to do all of that. We just ain't got that to do. I ain't got that to do. Look, how much extra for this? All right, cool. Look, let's go ahead, hit the button, and let's keep on going. That's like going also in a flight. I mean, if you guys are flying or whatever the case may be, and they give you the economy seats, hey, that's fine. If that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. But if you get the chance to upgrade, and that upgrade is only $50, $100, $200, take the upgrade. You'll thank me later. I promise you, you'll thank me later. I got people I know who won't take an upgrade, and they're flying international flights, right? And I'm just like, hey, could you at least buy the row out or something like that? Give yourself some room. They will sit in the middle seat on economy, right? And they be in there squished like this the whole time. They fly for 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. And now they're sitting up in there, man, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't know why I can't do it. Listen, we need to change that. Go ahead and then you'll cry about a price of spending an extra couple $100 to get that upgrade that gives you more space. You can relax, you can enjoy yourself, you got first class service or whatever the class, whatever part of the upgrade that you do, go upgrade yourself, go treat yourself. You deserve it, right? Now, if that's all you got and you said, Lambo, this is all I got. I had enough to get on the plane. Thank God for that. And then when times do get better for you making these financial decisions, these moves do afford you the ability to keep going higher and actually make some other bigger moves. All right. So yeah, man, look, if it ain't front row, you can't go, Ken. I'm 100%. Lambo has adopted that. If it ain't front row, Lambo won't go. I've said that for years. Y'all heard me say that on this program many a times. So definitely, that's just the way this thing is. The back of the bus riders, man, back of the bus. And again, that's exactly how I know how so many and everything, man, things do. People love to seat that back of the bus and love to be back there causing all the commotion. Nah, I'm not trying to do that. If I can get a seat, now if I have to sit there and there's no more other seats available, then I have to sit there. Then whether if I'm in a meeting or a conference, then I have to sit there and my eyes are engaged on what's going on. I want to know what's going on. I want to hear what's going on because there's a reason why I'm here. My time is important. People say time is money. No, time is value. Time is value. And people put money as just that being time. No, my time is valuable. My wife's time is valuable. My kids' time is valuable. My family time is valuable. Your time is valuable on here. Okay. And if we're allowed to add value to that, and then money is also the blessing or the end result or the reward of that, then hey, we've all came out with a win-win. Okay. So remember that time is just not money. Time is value. And value is everything. That's what you want. That's what people actually remember you by. Then they're not going to remember you by just your money. They're going to remember by the value that you gave to them. I'm trying to tell you this right now. This is strong. Old Maxwell. Yeah, my wife was talking about that. I'm not even going to get started about Maxwell, man, or what he actually did on that show. But Maxwell came out and he stood back. And I said, I'm going to do that one of these days on the Leverage Show. And got to go on ahead, man, and kind of stand back. And then don't worry about it. I got y'all covered. I'm going to do what Maxwell did. And going to blow y'all mind. You're going to be cracking up laughing, man. So keep that in mind. Q is tapped in. Shout out to my guy, QP. I see you in the building, man. He said he's tapped in, man. Thank you for tapping in, Q, man. Thank you for all the love and support. Continue to keep doing what you're doing, man. And, bro, we're going to continue to keep going higher. Thank you, my guy. Unlimited freedom. I hear you in my sleep. That's how much Andrew plays your videos. Yes, man. I'm in here making it do what it do, man. I be playing everybody's videos, man. My wife would know. I be having my remote. I'm in the bed or whatever, man, and I got my feet up. I'm playing videos. I'm playing some videos. I'm telling you right now. I'm not even in here looking for anything. I'm playing me some videos. I want to know what's going on. All right, and who's doing what. My man, what's up? B Streets is in the building, man. Andrew, known as Lambo, man. Shout out to you, B Streets. Good to see you, man. Thank you for always tapping in and always showing love, my little bro, man. Keep doing what you do. Yep, Druid Hill Park. That's Drew Hill. You already know Hip Hop Chicken with that extra stuff. Man, Baltimore called that extra crack. Get the chicken with extra crack on it, with the crack on it. I looked and I said, excuse me? Yeah, just tell them you want that crack seasoning. I told y'all this before when I was in Baltimore and they told me that. I still ain't got over that. Extra crack. Having chicken with crack on it or extra crack. I don't think that that's the right terminology that Lambo really wants to use coming out of his mouth when I'm ordering chicken or anything being sprinkled on my food that reminds me of paraphernalia like crack cocaine. Nothing of that even remotely goes on heads and says, yeah, you want to be getting that chicken with that extra paraphernalia on top of that. Yeah, go ahead and go get that. What? That? No, I'm not. No, we're not even. And the thing about it is that when we went up into Hip Hop Chicken, and I said that, because that's what they said to order, I looked back, and I'm not lying to you. There was two people who looked like they had been smoking crack and on crack. Not just look like or trying to stereotype, like they officially looked and was acting like they had been out there outside and been out here smoking crack, man, all day long. And so when I said, yeah, I want some of that extra crack on there, please, and stuff like that, they looked at me and they, without a blink of an eye, said, man, that crack good, man. And I'm sitting there looking at them like, man, you need to just erase that crack from off of mine. If it's looking like this, it's gonna have me out there, brother. Nah, man. You need to erase that out of my terminology and everything, man. So if you ever in Baltimore and you go get a half and half, which is probably the best half and half, it's not just no Arnold Palmer. This is probably the sweetest Arnold Palmer. Y'all remember and everything? I'm trying to tell y'all the movie House Party when the kid was actually pulling the Kool-Aid and they had all that sugar going in the Kool-Aid. And it was so sweet. And Tisha Campbell's walking out and like, man, somebody gonna catch diabetes. I mean, it was not good. That's how much sweetness that is in that half and half, but it is the bomb in Baltimore. I don't know how Baltimore does it, and DC does it too, because we were in Oohs and Ahs in DC. Shout out to my sis Tish for actually going ahead and having that food spot when we were in DC over the road trip. And it was the bomb. So if you guys know about that half and half is different. It ain't half and half like how I came up in the South or, how I've been out West or even up North and everything, man. But out on that East Coast in Baltimore, DC, that half and half is some of the best that I've had in my life. So y'all want to get that half and half, man, because it definitely is some stuff, but you don't want no crack on top, because be sure when you say that and who's around, because they're going to be looking. Hey, you got any more of that on you? Nah, brother, we don't even roll like that. I don't want nothing. You don't got to exchange nothing. Look, I'm just trying to get this food and get on out of here, man. Remember the peanut butter squares in the old school lunches? I do. I actually do. That was probably the best that I ever had, man. The old peanut, see, and people don't remember that, those peanut butter fudge squares that they would put in that school lunch. And that's how we came up in New Orleans. We had full lunches. More people. We were coming up in high school. I know they had many different lines. You had a hamburger line. You had a pizza line. You had a hot food line, right? The hot food line was, whatever that they made. Well, in New Orleans, you want to eat the hot food line, right? Because that's what came with gumbo. That's what came with red beans and rice. That's what came with etouffee. That's what came with, all the other stuff that we actually had. The spaghetti with the New Orleans style spaghetti with everything else. That's what that came. And we enjoyed that style of eating because we ate good down there in New Orleans. So those lines will be a lot longer, and you will see those lines are longer than the pizza line, the hamburger line, the salad line, the salad bar line. Then they had a dessert line. We had many other different stuff coming up, man. And I was shocked. And that was back then in New Orleans. So I know what the kids actually got now coming up. But, man, them peanut butter squares, stop it, man, Ken. You out there on it. Sanjay Jones, thank you for being in the building. You already know what time it is. Truly a blessed, man, to have you on here. Thank you for always tapping in on the Leverage Show and catching us, man, at this time. Especially if you're networking. Those are the people you want to be around. Jack, 100%. If you are networking, I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. You want to be at the front. You want to be at the people who are really making an impact and are really there to really, like, I'm trying to tell you this right now. More money sits to the front. I watch more people who have more assets, and I've seen it, and have more availability to assets or whatever we can do. We're going to sit to the front. We're not going to be sitting to the back because it's just a different ball game. You want to be a leader in all forms of fashion. More people are professional. They're waiting, or either there's some eager people who may not have arrived yet, who are sitting at the front, who kept saying, hey, man, I got to be around some people who can actually help take me there or help maneuver and help do some things to get there. And if that be the case, man, and that's what we're about, and that's what we're trying to make happen, man. Jack, 100% correct, man, on that. Sanjay is in the building, man. Welcome back. I may get to see Sanjay this weekend in his hometown of Cincinnati. Shout out to Kennard Haney, definitely seeing Sanjay this weekend and stuff like that, man, of being in Cincinnati, Ohio, man. Make sure when y'all get to Cincinnati, Ohio, man, y'all get down there to the riverfront, show some love, man, out there. What is it? B&B's Riverboats out there in Cincinnati, man. Take a riverboat ride if you can for Lambeau. Remember the Wire TV show? That's probably where that came from. Yes, the Wire TV show was all Baltimore, man. If you guys don't know, that hands down is Baltimore. Jackson Armstrong, man, he's laughing, man. I know you got to be laughing, dude. That's what they said in Baltimore, man. Put the extra crack on it. And I got a couple people looking behind me, and I'm telling you, they look straight. I'm not like overjudging. I mean, they look like they were straight from off of out of a crack house, and they're like, yeah, that stuff is good. And the other girl, the other lady, you know, I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. They've been through some hard times, man. And it was like, yeah, that's all I get on mine. And I'm sitting there looking like, ooh, sweet Jesus. Let me get up on out of here. I don't need none of that. Shout out to Dee Dee's Chicken Cash Shack. I see y'all. Happy Friday, Leverage Show family. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in and everything. Just mentioned y'all earlier in the broadcast. Thank you so much for that. Listen, it's been an hour now. I've actually went on about all these stories and all about the stuff. Let's get into some meat and potatoes. I won't keep y'all long. I promise y'all. I won't keep y'all long. I want to make sure that we actually get a hold of this. Listen, some key programs have went down this week. If you guys have seen and have understood what's going on, okay? You guys are in the platform space that we're actually talking about in our groups. You guys seen that Vortex United, as well as CloudFi, as well as we got another big one that just wind up stop paying as well. All went down, and which was, everybody know, when I was actually a week ago with Tim Wider, I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but a private program called, we just announced it, called CP, former CP, wind up and everything, man, continue to close its doors just so that they can hopefully get through this financial burden that they're actually going through of a fraud thing that actually has defrauded the platform and has really went on ahead, man, and derived a lot of people of monthly cash flow or daily cash flow and weekly cash flow for a lot of people. That has not stopped us, because remember this right now: diversify your portfolio. And that's what we teach on here. That's what we teach on the Leverage Show. That you're going to hear a lot of my guests who literally have their own channels begin to start teaching that same thing of diversification. Diversification means that you are literally have allowed your platform, right, to have many different platforms or many different ways to make money consistently, regardless of if one goes down or two goes down, and it's not hurting you, right? It's not really affecting you. And that's what we want. We don't want this thing to affect you to the point where you can't go on ahead and do anything because of this. We want you to be able to make a move and make a move proud when you do make that move. And say, you're right, Lambo, we were able to make this move, and we made this move because of X, Y, and Z. You understand? Because we did diversify. Now, let's talk about, even though some of those platforms like Vortex United, like CloudFi, like CP, formerly CP, and there's another program that actually went down to, I can't think of it right now. When they stop paying, what are you doing? What are you using, and what have you leveraged into many other different ones? I can tell you right now, there are some other ones that have just been killing it. If you guys are not in GS Partners has been killing it and rocking it for quite some time now. GS Partners has been one of those ones that for the last few years, depending on what level that you're at in GS Partners, you've been able to make a substantial amount of money in income that is consistently flowing in. That has been one of them. So make sure you guys, I will go ahead, man, and at the very end of this, if you guys want to, I'll put a link in there and make sure you guys can actually kind of see what is going on and what is GS Partners. And if you guys have not diversified in GS Partners, that may be one of them to diversify in. Secondly, I'd love to go ahead and put up there, which has probably been one of the hottest platforms that has been out, Investable AI. If you guys missed that, and we're going to sit here and talk about that just a little bit. If you guys missed the call last night with Investable AI, I was literally finishing up the podcast Zoom, and my wife can tell you, we're literally heading out of the door, and I got Investable AI on, and we're heading to the concert, and I'm listening to that podcast as well, because that started literally right after the Leverage Show had ended yesterday. And I literally were listening to the new plans that they were unveiling right now. I'm going to give y'all my solid thoughts about this. Can I be real with y'all? If y'all want me to be real with y'all, just put 100 or put real in the comments, man. Put 100 or real in the comments. I'm going to be real with y'all with this. Ken showing love to Didi's Chicken Cash Shack. Yes. Yes. Good to see you. That's what I love to see, man. Didi's Cash Shack, man, is actually showing love, man. Kanoa blessings. That's what I want to hear. Didi's, thank you, Didi's Chicken Cash Shack showing love. That's what I want to hear. Ken said, I got on board with Investable AI this week. Shout out to you, Ken, for that. All right, let me be 100% real with y'all. Let me be. Issa says, man, real, you want it real? Hey, that's what I'm going to do. Didi's Chicken Cash Shack, 100% real. Hey, man, I'm definitely going to keep it real with y'all. Issa say, man, keep it 100%, man. I'm definitely going to keep it 100 with y'all. Ken says, keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. The new plans have been set up. Okay. And I had a meeting this morning because remember, I missed a lot of that particular live, right? That particular Zoom that they did. So when I seen it, I got a chance to get the replay, and me and some leaders were going back and forward. That was actually in it, right? My thoughts, and this is Lambo giving you this, right? This is me moving forward. In this space, you have to go ahead and move according to what your affordability allows you to move, okay? So again, never go ahead and invest money that you're going to need for your rent, you're going to need for your mortgage, you're going to need for your light bills, you're going to need for your gas bills, you're going to need to support your family, you're going to need to support your living. Never invest that type of money. Because what it does is when something happens that goes against the grain, it literally is going to bog you down and put you into a hole and spiral your life out of control. I got a guy right now, when CP wind up going down, it literally wrecked his life. And I've never seen a platform, when that platform wind up stop paying, the gentleman and everything, man, is trying to figure out how he's going to go ahead and trying to make ends meet because over leveraged too much in one platform. Straight up. Let's call it for what it is. That platform was paying out monthly, and it was giving out people deposits and everything monthly. And I'm telling you this right now, very great platform. Very great platform. But when something happens and that stop, and people were depending on that, and they put their 401ks, they put their paychecks, they put their taxes, they put all of this money into this program. And when it stopped, it literally crippled people, and people were not afforded the availability to make a financial decision. It really hurt a lot of people, and a lot of people are really not affected right now. Today is September the 1st. There were a lot of people who got paid in August, or some of them didn't get paid in August. But there were people who received some of their last, payouts from CP in August. And in September, they won't see a payout. They won't see a payout. The next month in October, they may not see another payout in October, right? Let's be real. I really want y'all, I want to keep it 100 with y'all, right? Do you know what that does to a family who is over leveraged and who really is supporting their family and their bills and all of the stuff that they're affording with? It really goes on ahead and puts them in a financial strain that they are not braced for. They have not prepared for this, and neither are they getting ready to experience this type of pressure on their life because things are over leveraged. There's some people who quit their jobs, quit their 9-to-5s because of what was promised that was going to be delivered, and it didn't deliver because of other things that have taken place. Now we're going to wish in the next few months everything is going to come back to normal, payments are going to go ahead and resume and all of that stuff. But let me keep it real on Financial Fridays Live for you guys, right? Very few platforms, and I want to say a strong 80% of platforms, when they exit, they don't come back. 80%. I believe they're going to be in that 20%. I do believe that. I believe wholeheartedly they're going to be in that 20%, right? But I'm going to pose the question today in front of everybody. What if they don't? What if they don't in 3 to 4 months come back and you're able to see your investment? What if they don't? Are you prepared to be able to take care and pivot the next 3 to 4 months? Because they're not available to come back and they're not available to be able to pay you guys. When millions has been wiped away from a platform, it takes a long time, and I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. It takes a long time to produce millions back unless you have the right platforms that are in front of you that can produce millions, right? Millions are just not made out of thin air. It takes a strategy, and it takes being placed into the right places and the right platforms that will allow you the affordability of being able to access millions of dollars. It actually takes a lot to be able to access hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So your question should be, now that this is on the back burner, what else do I have in front of me if I can afford it, right? Not over leveraging, afford it. Because what happens is when a program actually goes away and it stops affording the ability to being able to make weekly, monthly, daily payments, or whatever the case may be, people try to get into a scramble mode, right? To try to get back that finances or that money or that money that actually left their bank account or that they were seeing every month. And then they get themselves into what they call the casinos, and they're gambling to try to figure this thing out, right? And so they start throwing the money into higher pitch plays, right? And the plays and everything, don't really make sense. So let's just say this. We can say hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, CP was making about 1% a day. So 25% a month, right? You're able to go ahead and do that. When you see, now that's still pretty nice, but still higher odds. When you see a play that is making 2%, no, that is a lot of high risk involved with that. 2% a day, very high risk. It's possible, very doable. Let me be real with you. We got traders that make that type of money. They kill those type of gains every day out here trading, right? But the sustainability of a platform, when you actually see it, and I'm speaking now on Investable AI, that when you see 2%, when you see 3%, when you see 3.5%, the highly likely of that sustainability of that platform going the distance is not that high. But I'm willing to state this, right? And I'm saying this to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm willing to state this. For some of y'all who have the availability of funds, who do want to go ahead and take the journey, take the journey. See where it's at. If they pan out, you must be willing to let it go and see where it's going to be at in the next 20 days. Some of these new platforms that they presented, they have said, hey, these are new 20-day platforms that we're doing at a 3% or a 3.5% for the next 20 days. And then the money is locked in. For those who don't know, who didn't see that, this money is locked in. This money is not accessibility daily withdrawals that you will be able to do. It is locked in for a period of time of 20 months. So your principal and your profit is locked in for 20 days, right? Let's talk about some things real quick. I'm going to say this, and this is Lambo talking. Right before they unveiled this particular project, right, there was literally some withdrawal process and some things that happened that people kind of grew weary with, but the team were adjusting and they're getting withdrawals. We still got people right now that got large sums of money for withdrawals, who requested withdrawals, who haven't seen that just yet, but they've been doing payouts and they've been working through that. Seeing this and them unveiling this last night, and then you're having 48 hours to get into these new plans, which is either the $5,000 plan or the $10,000 plan. The $5,000 plan allows you to be able to earn 3% daily for 20 calendar days. The 3.5%, which is the $10,000 plan, which goes up to 15,000 after the 48 hours, allows you to gain 170% in 20 calendar days, which that's about 70% profit, right? That's 100%. So 170%, when people say that, that's 100% of your profit back or your principal back, and then 70% gained on that investment. So you're looking at about $17,000, right? So you put in $10,000, you're going to gain $7,000, which is $17,000. Plus, you're also going to gain a bonus that's in there. Now, they did say that it will be compounded, that per day, that which actually would probably do more, right, for you. My question is to you, and this is true facts. This is Lambo having a face-to-face with you, right? As leaders, being in this space, if you've seen a company who's now within the last week been having some withdrawal problems and some issues of withdrawals taking longer than 40 days, 48 hours, 24 hours, and all of this stuff, those are red flags that came up. And then all of a sudden you have a bunch of promotions that happen, right? And promotions take place and they continue to keep taking place. We know as leaders being in this space, when we see a bunch of promotions, we automatically raise red flags, right? But I will say this, Investable AI has been actually doing and outbeating all the odds that we've seen most platforms actually do. And I've been afforded this journey. Shout out to Lee Dalton and Richmond Ray and the entire staff and entire crew who have been actually producing these results in spite of everybody thinking that the platform wouldn't last 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. They're coming up on their third month now, okay? Their third month now. I've been blessed and awarded to some of my downline members and team members who've been saying, Lambo, we've been cashing out every single day. Our investment, we've got our investment back, our initial back. We're on our second cycle now. Some of them are coming up on their third cycle, just depending on where they're at. And they have been cashing out. This investment has changed a lot of lives. I'm telling you what, when you've seen a platform like CP go down, and then also the owner, the major affiliate, let's get this right. One of the major big affiliates of CP come back and place Investable on his platform. Hey, you guys may want to go ahead and jump into this. It actually goes on ahead and says, you know what? Hey, if I got the availability of money, maybe I want to go ahead and give it a try, right? Maybe I want to go ahead and give it that whirl and say, you know what? Hey, I've got an extra 2K, 3K, 5K, 10K. I can place it in here. I can see where we're going to be at in, 20 days. And if it works out for some of y'all in 20 days who get in a 10K package, you guys are going to see $17,000 or $18,000 or $20,000. If you get into 5K, some of you guys are going to see $8,000 or $9,000 or $10,000, just depending on what other things are going to happen. You guys are going to see that. But I want to tell you this. If that is what you're using to have your last hip array of trying to get yourself out of financial freedom, you're hearing it on the Leverage Show. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. The stakes are too high. You go from a platform that's been paying out every day to a plan that's locked up for 20 days, right? And you're not able to pull out any profit, but you get it all after 20 days. That right there is a very high risk, but high reward profit. And I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Y'all want me to go on ahead and lie to y'all? Y'all can go on ahead and say, Lambo, please lie to us. Make us feel good about this. But if y'all want me to keep it 100 with y'all for 20 days, some of y'all are going to take the gamble and take the risk and say, you know what, Lambo, you're right. I got 5,000. I got 10,000. I can go and do it. If this thing doesn't pan out for me in 20 days, I just lost $5,000 or $10,000, right? I just lost it. Hey, I lost more in other investments. But if it does pan out, Some of you guys are going to get some of the biggest paydays of your life within 20 days from now. You guys are going to be blown away like, oh my gosh, Lambo, this thing went straight to my wallet. Lee Dalton again, him and the entire Investable AI team again went on ahead and proved themselves within 20 days. Not only that I got my principal back, but I turned around and I got my investment back. In 20 days, boom, it's here. It's right here. You have to be willing to control you rolling the dice, straight up. Lambo can't control that. I don't know what you want to do or what your desire is doing. I'm just keeping it 100 with you guys and being as very transparent as I can be. If I know that there is a possibility that in 20 days, after having red flags between a lot of promos, but they've been producing, but they've had some slow pay with 24 and 48 hours and things going longer than 48 hours, and members having to reach out to me, I would really go on ahead and see what is your mindset, what is your investing strategy? Because at that point, that may be the sign to say, you know what, Lambo, I just sit this 20 days out. I'm okay. I've got a little money. If there's something else out there, I may put it into that or whatever the case may be. I just want the knowing that I can withdraw profits every day if so. Now, with the investment of CP, we couldn't withdraw profits every day. You had to wait 30 days to get your payout. What's so different between 30 days or 20 days? Can I tell you what it is? Risk. There's risk in everything that you do. My objective is to point the risk out to you and see if you want to take the journey or not. Whether you want to take it or not, that's totally up to you. Having your capital being locked up for 20 days, your principal as well as your profits, actually, a lot of people are kind of leery with that from a platform that's been paying out 5 days a week, and now even other platforms, other things that they have in there for 7 days a week. Not just that. With the new plan of the 5 and the 10K that's in there, that's only new deposits only. That's not money from the platform. So you can't have a plan and then the plan is out here, and let's just say the plan doesn't unlocks and you just came to the end of your cycle. And the end of your cycle, you had 3,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 in, and then you're saying, hey, I want to go on ahead and now purchase that plan with the money that I already got in the platform. No, the new plans for the 20 days, whether you're doing a 5,000 or 10,000, which is going to go up to after 48 hours to 10,000 to 15,000, is for new money invested into the platform only. You see Lambo's face? New money invested into the platform only. That's not money that you already have in the platform that you can go ahead and roll over into those plans, even if a plan unlocks after your term. Some of you guys have been in 25-day terms, 30-day terms. You guys have already been into these terms. You know your terms are getting ready to unlock. You've already got some money, or you got bonus money, you got all of this money that is sitting on the platform. No, it won't allow you. I just tried to myself purchase a plan earlier before I started this broadcast. And I thought that I could purchase the plan and allow the plan to be able to unlock that feature for me. And it didn't do it. And I went to the leaders. And a lot of the other leaders from last night, they were gassed up, hip, hip, hooray. And there was a lot of stuff that was going on after that Zoom, and people were gassed up, ready to go. And then when people went to go on ahead and try to make that purchase with the funds that were already on the platform, they found out very quickly for those new plans, you could not purchase that with the money that's already on the platform. Now, I will say this. If they make a change to that, then definitely that would be something that you may want to go on ahead and jump into it. You know, kind of take the ride and see. Haven't made the plans to that yet. And by them actually bringing new money in, right? I want y'all to get me when Lambo says this, but I'm allowing to having new money to come to the platform, to come in, and fresh money hits those accounts at the $5,000 or the $10,000 phase, and not the money that's already in there. Lets me know that they may have an ability, especially if 24 hours or 48 hours and some payments have not been processed. They're trying to go ahead and collect more funds into the project. Now, I could be wrong. Lambo is saying this on this screen and possibly could be wrong, right? Could be wrong. I really honestly could be wrong, right? I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Y'all want me to lie to y'all? I can sit up here and I can lie to y'all. I can tell y'all like, hey, they want new funds only to be placed into these programs that they just enrolled. Okay, well, where's all the other money, man, that a lot of people were getting from bonuses, that a lot of people were already getting from plans that are already unlocking, that are already on the platform, that we can just push a button and then buy the plan, and now let's start the plan up. That to me, I'm just saying, y'all can fill in the blanks, right? I'm just saying. That's like in the Catholic Church, right? The Catholic Church, they believe in this thing called scripts, right? For those and everything who know what scripts are. And scripts are in the churches, right? They would actually write these notes or these IOUs of scripts, and they would pass these out throughout the churches. And they were good for services or exchange of goods or anything else. That was only good with inside of the church, right? Literally, if you took that same script and went to the grocery store or anything else like that, then people is looking at you funny, like, hey, where the money at? You want to purchase these goods, want to purchase these services, want to purchase these items? We need real money. We need a real cash flow that is actually coming in, right? I don't need you a script. A script is pretty much almost like an IOU, right? How good are IOUs and everything, man? Good. They're good on the what? The very next word, the very next person. So keeping that in mind, Lambo has been around the block. I've helped other people be able to navigate their finances and be in a more profitable way for the long term and the longevity of things, right? So it's totally up to you. I've come here to say they've been producing these last 3 months. If you want to take that journey, take that ride, that is totally up to you. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving out financial advice. I'm just talking to you about my journey, my experience, about some of the things that I have seen, that I am actually allowing you guys to be able to make your own choices so that you guys can go on ahead and really level up in many different areas of your life. That is what I got from last night, from the call, what I gathered from this morning, what I gathered from talking to leaders, and what I gathered from personal experience of trying it myself to try to go on ahead and say, hey, I'm going to purchase, I'm going to buy, I'm going to do this. So I can go ahead and just purchase. Hey, man, it ain't nothing for Lambo to go on ahead and purchase the 10K package. Look, let's go. Let's put whatever we put into here to keep going. But when there was an issue and it said, hey, we can't get this function to work and all of this stuff. And I was like, whoa, hold on, what's going on? Went back, reached the other leaders. The other leaders said, yeah, Lambo, that's fresh money only. And we've already had within the last week withdrawal problems and slow withdrawal problems happening. And then they're saying that this would actually speed up the withdrawal problems that we're actually having by actually locking it in there with fresh capital. I've had a lot of people from yesterday to this morning hit me up and say, Lambo, I don't know which way should I go. Lambo's going to keep it 100 with y'all on Finance Fridays. You have to be willing to take any risk that you can afford the ability to take. That is my explanation. I broke it all the way down to y'all straight up of what it is. And if that's something that you truly decide to take that journey on, hey, I'm going to be with you. Hey, take the journey. But it's going to afford the ability that if you can't afford to lose it, you got to be forward to lose it. If you can't afford to lose it, and it's going to cripple you from these new packages that were just not even 24 hours revealed into this, then I may, if I was you, probably want to go on ahead and lower my risk level and probably look for something else. Or possibly jump into some of the other plans. Anytime I see this, this is a platform that is looking for new capital, new money to be able to pay out existing clients who are already in to this program. They've been doing really good for so far. I can't even explain to you what Investable has done for the people, my community, my life. They have been amazing. But that's totally up to you. If you're ready to go ahead and take the risk, take the journey, take the ride, you have to be the one to say, hey, Lambo, you're right about it. I'm going to take it. I got 510, I got 10,000. Hey, I got 20 days. We'll see what happens. If they pay out, they pay out. They don't pay out, they don't pay out. I'm good with it either way. But if they do pay out, and some of these are big paydays for some of you guys, then it's going to be huge. It's really going to be very huge for some of y'all and a lot of y'all. That I would love to go ahead, withdraw the money from the platform. This is the truth. Can I be real with y'all with Lambo? Withdraw the money from the platform. So we got enough reserves sitting already in the platform that we can go purchase these packages, right? Straight up. Withdraw the money from the platform, put the money right back in the platform and say, hey, man, you guys, it's working, right? But now you're saying that I have to go take my assets, my reserves, whatever I've got on mine and put that back into the platform. A lot of people are more hesitant in doing that than being such gung-ho and jumping on that opportunity. So I just want to go ahead and put that out there for you. If you guys are thinking about and jumping in Investable AI and the new platforms and the new plans that are out there, that's my take on it. That's the breakdown, and you're going to need to bring in fresh money than bringing in old money to those platforms, okay? Ken says, thank you so much for your transparency, Lambo. This is why we love what you do. Hey, man, this is why and everything, man. I want to do what I do to actually help you guys out so you guys can navigate in making the best decision and making the more wisest decision that's actually going to be beneficial for you, your family, your friends, and other people who you tell about some amazing opportunities like this who want to jump in. Like, hey, man, look, let me go ahead and give you, you know, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs before you jump into something. And then you bite on much more than you're willing to chew. All right. So that's what we want to do. Let's go to my next one. Bitsports.ai. Bitsports AI has been amazing. Bitsports.ai has been amazing. If you guys have not jumped into Bitsports, and I'll give you guys my links to all of these ones if you guys do decide. Bitsports AI has just been on fire. What more can I say? I'm not even going to lie to you. Bitsports has been just that. You guys are looking for a sports arbitrage, right? That has been producing nonstop. Bitsports.ai has been just that. They've been producing about, depending on what plan that you actually get into. Here, I actually read the numbers out to you because I don't want anybody to kind of look at it and be like, oh, okay, well, what were the numbers? Let's talk about these numbers and anything else. I want to talk about these numbers with you. So let me read these numbers off to you real quick and kind of see if that's something that you guys would decide to get into. Bitsports.ai. Bitsports.ai. This was Thursday's numbers. They don't have the numbers just yet. Hey, keeping up with the Griffins. Shout out to you, man. I see you guys. Peace and blessings to you on this Friday afternoon. Thank you, man. Definitely, y'all make sure you're going to like and subscribe, man, and keeping up with the Griffins, man. We love them, and definitely the support, man. That them, my guy, Rod, the whole Points Blank travel team, and everybody, man, definitely showing love to the Leverage Show, man. Keep going, man. Definitely. Thank y'all for tapping back in. Brandon showing love. You already know. Ken saying thank you for the upcoming links, Lambo. Hey, no problem. Listen, I want to make sure you guys win on every level and by every level possible. Bitsports.ai. Yesterday they did a 0.90%. So they did right underneath the 1%, right? This is real sports arbitrage AI trading. And they got events and everything else coming up. So you guys can actually go check them out. That was for the elite package. So there's different packages in Bitsports. The Pro did 1.6%. The Pro, and I think the Pro starts at maybe like $1,000. I think Elite starts at $10 or $50 and up, all the way to like $999. I think Pro starts at $1,000 to like 999,000. I mean, $9,999 short of 10,000. And then the max starts at 10,000 and up, right? So the elite did 0.90%, right? So right, it's a little short of 1%. The pro did 1.6%, 1.60%, right? That's amazing. That's over 1.5%, right? And so if you got that extra funds of like $1,000 and say, hey, Lambo, I want to get into the pro for bitsports.ai because they do real live trading arbitrage every single day, which allows them to continuously to keep getting these numbers. The max, if you guys are definitely coming in at a higher level at the $10,000 level, did 2.03% for the day. And this is real stuff. Long as there's sports going on and you guys have seen it as any type of sports going on, they're able to go ahead and arbitrage and actually win by actually taking a winner and a loser and then being able to over leverage, well, being able to consume the leverage of each one that allows them to actually win the actual bet, regardless of whether it's a win, loss, or draw. Throughout that particular thing. So again, yeah, keep that in mind if you guys want to start. If you guys are looking for something that's been solid, bitsports.ai has been that. Now, you can only withdraw. You can withdraw profits every day, but there's only 3 times out of the month that you can draw. I think it's the 10th, the 20th, and the 30th, if I'm not mistaken. The 10th, the 20th, and the 30th of every month that you can go on ahead and withdraw large amounts. But those earnings and stuff like that, if you get from like sharing your link and everything else, you can withdraw those every day within 24 hours. So keep that in mind for bitsports.ai. The other one that is definitely one that's been a hot one has been Lance Green. Lance Green has been one that does 1% a day. They've actually got a full facility. Everybody has seen their full doors of the actual building and everything else. They're doing 1% a day, which is 6% a week. And they've been hot. They've been out here for the last 7 years. And we've been excited for what they're doing. There is a Zoom call tonight, if I'm not mistaken. No, there was a Zoom call last night. Take that back. There was a Zoom call last night, 7 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you guys check that out. If you guys want to do Lance Green, if you guys are looking for a solid 1% a day, which is 6% a week, and that's about 24% a month. So if you guys are looking for something that's going to go ahead and replace something like taking that big hit from CP, maybe this is another one that you want to do besides bitsports.ai that has been definitely doing its thing. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys about another one that I really actually like, and they have been amazing. Capitalium. I'm telling you what, if you guys are not involved in Capitalium, that has been one of the best ones that in solid ones where they're doing 2 Zooms a week. Now they're up to doing 3 Zooms, look like now a week. They just officially did the launch 2 days ago. And Capitalium, they have 3 plans, right? 4 plans. I take that back. They got 4 plans, right, with Capitalium. And I'm telling you what, I've actually been shocked to actually see the other plan that was released for Capitalium. Now there actually is a huge bonus that is going on for the next like 14 days. So for those who want to get into Capitalium, some people call it Capitalium, it definitely is a big plus if you want to get into. Now with Capitalium, I want to give something to y'all. Not only can you earn from depositing in the platform, and I'm going to tell y'all what the ranges are from that, but they also have a plan. If you're saying, you know what, Lambo, I'm done with all of this platform stuff. I want something that I can control on my own. I want my own PAM account. I want my own brokerage account. And I want to do something that when I can get ready to go ahead and withdraw and get my money, I can go ahead and do that. You guys want to definitely go ahead and get with Capitalium because not only are they allowing you to gain and earn, look at this, out of these 4 levels, right? Y'all ready to hear this? The Safe AI did 2.3%, right? The Safe AI did 2.3%. That's anywhere between $100 to $999, right? That's the Safe AI. That did 2.38% for the week, right? The next level up is the moderate AI, right? The moderate AI is $1,000 all the way to $4,999 to $4,999. That is the moderate AI, and that one did 4.06% this week. 4% this week. So for some of those who you guys are looking like, man, Lambo is, I want to know something that really has a live trader. Trader Jake has been amazing. Shout out to Tim Wider and the entire strike team as well. He bought this opportunity with me. Shout out for Sam, who definitely bought this opportunity, man, to them as well. Where you're able to see what the trader is actually doing, and you're able to make different portion plans on your investment, whatever you want to put into. And so that moderate AI is from $1,000 investment all the way to $4,999 investment. That did 4.06%. For those who are saying, you know what, Lambo, that's cool and all, but I really want to make just a little bit more kick. The strong AI did 5.67% this week. Now, remember, this is real-time dividends with Capital Liam. Capital Liam does it 7 days out the week. You're going to see real dividends that you can either pull out real time, and you can do these transfers and keep withdrawing within them, man. I'm thinking it's something like almost every 30 minutes or every hour. If you need to, you can withdraw profits from Capital Liam. There has been nothing solid that I have been seeing that has been able to do this and do this to this ability that they have been doing. So Capital Liam has just been that dog that has been really going on ahead out and doing it. Now, of course, they're not doing a 1%, 2%, 3% a day. But if I get into the moderate plan or the strong plan, and I'm doing a 4.06% for the week, hey, some of that I'm fine. Some of you guys know Novatech was doing a 3% a week sometimes, and sometimes 4% a week. That was a solid project, but they never showed the trader. This one actually shows the trader. This one actually shows the platform, shows what they're actually doing, and people are actually earning it. You see your dividends real time. You have accessibility to hit the collect now button and either do one or two things: transfer it back to the balance where it continues to compound at a higher rate, or you can transfer it to your wallet and cash out every day as many times as you gain profit throughout the day. And it hits your wallet, and you guys will actually see that. And then they just added this last one, which is the strong AI, like I said, did a 5.67%. That's the 5,000 all the way up to 34,999, right? To 34,999. That's a strong AI. That did 5.67% this week. Did almost 6%, right? They added this new one that has literally been taking people by the storm, right? That one is called the Extreme AI. The Extreme AI this week did 6.86%, did almost 7% for the week. Now, remember, these percentages changes week by week. So you're going to continue to keep growing either higher or maybe lower. It all depends. But it's like a fraction. It's marginal to where you guys can actually do. Now, the Extreme AI starts at 35,000. Now, you guys know a platform that's actually doing 35,000 to get in. This is not no fly-by-night type of platform that a lot of these other platforms just trying to build up enough just to get in. And with the Extreme AI at 7% a week, at $35,000 invested, say if you guys come into just that $35,000 investment, right? Let's just talk some numbers, right? You guys want to do that 35,000, right? At that 7%, you guys are making almost $2,500 a week, $2,450 a week to be exact. For some of y'all who are looking to park a large amount of capital and saying, you know what, Andrew Lambo, I can do $2,500 a week. I can do that. For some of y'all, that's $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month right? For some of y'all, $10,000 a month, that's $120,000 for the year. That right there is a game changer of being able to park some money that's been in a solid investment that has been really doing this thing, and at a 7% a week, allowing you to gain $25,000. So for some people, man, who are like, people have been asking, like, man, I don't trust this stuff. I don't trust this stuff. Okay, well, now let's show you a platform that you can trust. And for some of you guys, y'all may have some high friends or some people who've been waiting to get into platforms, but they really don't trust the platform. You may want to show them Capital Liam. And Capital Liam may be the platform that's saying, hey, whatever level that you want to go ahead and get into it. But if you do decide to be that high roller and you say, man, you know what, Lambo, I got an extra 5,000. I got an extra 35,000. I would love to either get into the really extreme one, which is at that 35,000,
detected at your front door,
or you want to do it everything at 5.67,000. You're able to get that any way it goes. And that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure that you're getting what you need and you're consistently moving forward. All right. If you're not consistently moving forward, we are missed out, man. I'm trying to tell you what I mean. So again, Capital Liam has 4 different plans, right? You have the plan of actually it being there for, let me see, 2.38%. The next plan of being at 4.06%. The next plan at being at 5.67%. And the last plan at being at 6.86%. I'm trying to tell you all this right now. Those plans allow you to be able to help change the destiny and the direction of your life. And if it's something that you really decide to do, you really want to actually be on that. I'm telling you what I know. Okay. So make sure you guys are definitely tapped in. Again, the one is at $100, starting off all the way to as much as like $4.99, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, to $9.99. That's the safe one. The moderate one is at $1,000 to $4,999. The strong one is at $5,000 all the way to $34,999. And then the extreme, that 7% one, is at 7% a week, and that's at $35,000 and above. So you guys want to definitely take advantage of whatever one that you guys will actually see by that, because it'll truly actually help change your life. And that's where we want to hear. We want to make sure that you guys have life-changing stuff that is changing right before your very eyes, and you're able to capitalize off of that. Okay. So that's Capital Liam. Not just that, Capital also allows you to connect. This is the part of them. They allow you to connect yourself, right, with an outside brokerage account. Now you're able to go ahead and take your brokerage account, right, and allow yourself to gain off of that brokerage account. Most people do not understand that at all, or what that actually looks like, to actually gain that type of stuff from a brokerage account. All right. So keep that involved. Keep that in mind of actually being able to do that, right, with a lot of these different plans. Like, oh, wow, you mean to tell me, Lambo, I can make money off of my other plan now? Like, are you kidding me? You can make money off of your other plan now. That will actually blow your mind. It will literally just take you out where I'm able to gain 20 to 40% a month now off of these next plans. Oh my God. Whoa. This has just opened up a whole different avenue of investing where you guys can take your money, park it into another PAM account, and then they put a copy trade from that account, and that account makes 20 to 40% more. So now you got 2 accounts. You got an account with Capital Liam. You got your own account that you trust, a brokerage PAM account, and they put a copy trade to that account. You're making money from Capital Liam, whether you're making, like I said, these plans of a 2.3% or 4.6%, 5.6%, or 6.86%, which is almost 7%. You're able to make that money, plus you're able to make money off of your own copy trade brokerage account. How amazing is that? Talking about taking the risk and putting it back into your favor and saying, hey, I really don't know if I can trust the platform. I really don't know what I can get into. Capital Liam may be that lifesaver that some of y'all really need, that is literally going to blow up some of y'all's pocketbooks, some of y'all's bank account, and allow y'all to be able to say, I trust this platform because I not only put my money into the platform, but I put my money into a brokerage account, and they traded this with a copy trading system that allowed me to make money from both ends, from the platform as well as from a brokerage that I trust with my own money. How amazing is that? That is what Capital Liam is doing. That is how Capital Liam is taking their game to a whole nother level and allowing you to level up to a whole nother level as well. If there's more information of that, again, I will make sure I share that link with you guys, and I'll make sure that I will put this on here that you guys can see, and just say, hey, Lambo, just send me that link to Capital Liam. That number is on the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826. I will definitely send you the link to all of these programs that I actually just named, whether it's Investable AI, whether it's Capital Liam, whether it's BidSports.ai, which is an amazing one, whether it's Lance Green, which is another amazing sports arbitrage platform that you're gaining the 1% to 1% a week, 6 days out the week. You're able to go on ahead and gain that access as well. Hey, that's been solid. That's been here for some years. We actually like that, and I really like what that is doing. So Capital Liam, Investable AI, BidSports.ai. A lot of people, like I said, Lance Green has been that one amazing one. GS Partners has been really good. I told y'all that about the early beginning of that. They've been solid. They've been consistent. And also, I got one hidden one that I don't tell too many people about. And the reason why I don't tell people about it is because it has been that dog for me. I always got to have something in what Lambo does. Let's be real. Lambo's gonna make sure that I'm gonna give something to y'all, but I'm gonna take care of myself. I just started sharing. I sent this one out to QP. I know I got you. I see you say I need them, bro. I'm gonna make sure that you guys get them and get them right. So again, BidSports.ai, Lance Green, as well as Capital Liam. That was the one I actually just went ahead and did. And I actually talked about GS Partners as well. They have been amazing. But the next two I'm getting ready to talk about are really going to blow your mind. Quopy. Quopy, if you guys don't know what Quopy is, Quopy has been, I don't want to even get started with that. It has been amazing. And Quopy has been going on since the beginning of this year in January. For those and everything who are not in Quopy AI, you got to get into Quopy. That has been one of them that I personally have had three cycles and stuff like that. Because I had coach and everything, man, was talking about it. I was like, coach, I got into this. Shout out to my guy and everything, man, Bandit, for actually showing me that a couple of months ago. And I'm thankful that he had told me about it. I went back to check. I was like, oh, man, I forgot that I was even into this program still and have been gaining money. Quopy has been at beast where they actually trade live American stocks 5 days out the week, Monday to Friday. Is usually set on trading time for Eastern, which is at 9:30 a.m. and then ends about 3 o'clock, 4:30 Eastern. So it usually starts trading between that time, and you gain real dividends on American stocks like Tesla, Nike, some of the other ones, man, whatever the case may be, that or American or S&P 500 stocks, and they're able to go ahead and make money off of that. And I'm telling you what, they've been producing about anywhere between a 10% a week to as high as a 14-15% for the week. And they've been on fire. Instant payouts when you actually get the profits that actually go to your bank account. Instant payouts. I've never seen anything that instant that there has been this consistent since January the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. They have been on fire. And I'm trying to tell you what, the 3 cycles that Lambo has been in it. And now I've introduced a lot of this to a few other my people, man, who have been in it for the last month. They have been just shocked at what Quopy has been doing and has been producing. I just had another guy just yesterday dropped another 20K in there in the Quopy and be like, Lambo, Quopy is just it. I already know what I want to do. And that's what we're here for. We're here for to kind of give you guys that game plan and give you guys something that has been producing. Again, you guys can go back, check the track record of Quopy, and see exactly all the way up until January of each day, or between the 5 days out of the week, excluding the days when the market is off because of a holiday or whatever the case may be, where it doesn't trade. But Quopy has been that dog and has really went on ahead and fattened up a lot of people's pocketbooks. And I'm telling you what I know, the payouts are instantaneously there. I've never seen anything fast like that has been around this long and has been around this consistent. So Quopy AI, if you guys want to get into that, I mean, and they start as little as like $2 or $10 to get in. So don't never say that you can't afford to get into it. No, you can't afford not to get into it. And for some of y'all are saying, well, Lambo, we don't know how to get into it or whatever. There is many different things that you can do to get into it, but it is a crypto out, crypto in, crypto out basis type of platform, and it has been doing amazing work. I cannot go ahead and lie to y'all at all. I'm trying to tell you, percentages change each and every single day. You get your money at the end of the day. When the money hits already to your account, you see your profits. You can hit the button and hit the withdrawal. You can withdraw all the profits, or you can leave some of the profits. I don't know why you would leave it, but it unlocks after 30 days. 30 days is being locked in. It unlocks after 30 trading days, not business days, 30 trading days. It unlocks, you get all your principal back, and everything else goes right back to your balance. You can either go right back in it, and Quopy has been that dog for me. And I've been in Quopy, like I said, some months now, and it's definitely been a blessing. So you guys want to definitely be on that. Now, my last one before I get off here, everybody say, Lambo, what's your biggest dog? What has been the biggest secret that you have actually went on ahead and made some money off of? I have to give it up. It has to be Falcon AI, FalconInvest.ai. If you guys have never heard of that, Falcon has been that beast for me. I'm telling you what, when I sent that to leaders some months ago, people were like, Lambo, man, I don't know what it is. They came back and they researched it. Hey, Lambo, how's Falcon doing and stuff like that? And I'm like, woo, boy, Falcon has been a beast. And if Falcon, the reason why I don't talk about it much or even on the show is because I know what it has done for me. And Lambo, my risk level and tolerance, Lambo's going to roll the dice and going to go. The community in Falcon, if you guys are in the Telegram, has been a beast. They have been on fire, man, too. And Falcon has been going on, man, now over 6 months, man, and has been really changing lives, like seriously changing lives. It's been about 7-8 months, I think, for Falcon to be actually exact. It has been about 7-8 months because I've been into some time now and stuff like that, man. And that has been almost right after it launched. Falcon gives you payouts every day. You get money to your balance. They're making sure you get money. They're making sure they produce the principal for it too. And you're making 50% a month off of Falcon. 50%. Could you imagine every month guaranteeing your 50% and you're putting your money in? So you put 20,000 in, 10,000 is coming back, guaranteed. You put 10,000 in, 5,000 is coming back. You put 3,000 in, 1,500 is coming back, guaranteed. You don't have to worry about Falcon doing all of this stuff. They have been that beast for me. I will gladly love to connect you with that. Get in the Telegram with Falcon, actually kind of talk about some things, see about other people's life story. Falcon has changed people's lives within a matter of 2 months where you're able to play with house money. I'm not lying to you. They have been one of the most amazing things. We got guys, man, we got guys who dropped 125,000 in the Falcon. And literally within 30 days, they're turned around. They got 60,000 back, and then they turned around in 60 days. They turned around and got 125,000 back. And so they took their 125,000, parked it back into their bank account, and been playing with 125,000 a month of house money. And that's been for the last 5-6 months. I know these guys have been in it, and they have been like, Lambo, this is life changing. Imagine what you can actually do if you took money and said, you know what, Lambo, you're right. We're going to just park it in here and see where this goes. And Falcon has been that one that has took off like a falcon, and people's investments and all of their money and everything else has been nonstop, been going in. And we've been loving on Falcon. We just want Falcon to continuously to keep doing its thing, because it's been doing its thing. And this is some stuff that I haven't shared with a lot of you guys, some of my closest team, but some of the other leaders know that I shared it with them, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, Lambo, this is insane." I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna like what Falcon is gonna do. Your Falcon is gonna definitely take you into another level." So Quopi, Falcon, Capital Liam, Investable AI, definitely I can put that in there because they have been amazing. GS Partners, Bid Sports, Lance Green. I just named so many different ones that will help take your financial portfolio to another level. Again, there's 2 other private plays if you guys want to get into that, that I don't talk about, that are definitely on fire too as well, with a possibility of a third one. I'm almost getting ready to possibly release. I'm getting ready to have a great couple talks probably within today and then a few more weeks from now. And then those ones are more definite, secure ones, that those are not going to be rug pulls or anything else like that. And that's what people are actually looking for when they come to this space. Some of those minimums do start at $5,000 to actually get into that. Just ask me how. Again, take that number at the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826. Some of you guys do or know and or aware of a couple of those programs and what they have been doing at starting at 5,000, and then we got some that are at higher at 10 and 20,000, and then above to get in, but they are guaranteeing you your money, and they're nothing like these hypish type of plays, where the hypish type of plays allow you to make money, and then when the platform runs out or whatever, you're stuck holding the bag. We don't want you guys to be in that information or in that platform where you guys are actually stuck holding the bag and not making money. So I definitely want to make sure you guys are definitely moving forward by any means necessary. So thank you guys, man. Those are the platforms. Again, text that number 612-547-8826. I will send you the link to each one of the platforms, and even send you a video of how to be able to go ahead and jump into the platforms if you need a walkthrough. And then you can start earning and making money, and then jump into the communities and allow the communities to start actually talking with you and being a part of those communities that allow you to make money. Again, make sure you guys are definitely only investing the money and everything that you're willing to put out there to actually risk, so you can go make more money. Seed capital only. And make sure you guys, I don't even say seed capital, you guys want to make risk capital, risk investment. Low risk investment capital only, something that you're willing to risk, not you risking and everything. Ken R. Haney say Quopi is a beast. Yes, it is, man. You already know, man. Shout out to QP, man. You already know. Let's make this happen. Hello, keeping up with the Griffins, showing love. That's what I'm talking about. Keeping up with the Griffins. That's what we're here for, man. Let's get it. Quopi is straight fire. Yes. Didi's, you already know Quopi is straight fire. It is one of those things that we have been in and we have been gaining for quite some time at the beginning of this year. And like I said, it's at a minimum, a very small entry fee to be able to get in. So when people say, I really can't afford to invest, I look at people and I say, show me your bills. Show me exactly how much money that you actually have going out and the money that you're actually spending on it. And I tell people and everything, if you are saying that you can't afford to invest, I look back at you and look at your lifestyle of your living and say you can't afford not to invest, because investing will open up those streams that will allow you to have a more passive income and a more residual lifestyle that will actually be able to take that burden off of you. That definitely blow your mind. Again, if you guys want those private plays, those 3 private plays, please reach out to me. I will make sure I will also share that link as well, for those who need to say, hey, Lambo, I want a more secure play. I love what you said about Bid Sports. Love what you say about Lance Green. Love what you said about Investable AI. Love what you say about Capital Liam. Love what you say about GS Partners. Love what you say about Quopi. I love what you say about Falcon. I love what you say about all of these platforms. But I want something more secure, something that I can actually see for the growth of longevity and be a part of a community that actually has private plays that are actually really making money and people are actually making money at a way lower risk than what a lot of these other plays are at. If you need that, let me know. I will get you plugged into those 3 plays. Texting that number to the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826. Just send a text and say, hey, Lambo, send me those links or private plays, and I will definitely go ahead and allow you to link into those private plays that will help change your life and blow your mind what you'll be able to do, and you'll be able to receive. Again, this has been Lambo Drew. You have been tuned into another edition of Finance Fridays. Hopefully you guys been rocking for me 2 hours. I didn't want to make this long. I wanted to make this strong. I wanted to give you guys enough information that allowed to help change your life and kind of set some things up for you guys moving forward, especially after some of these platforms have dropped off and you guys are seeing it. We still have pivoted. We moved to a total different arena, and we're still making money and cashing out like cash cows each and every single day, regardless of what's going on, because we have learned that diversification is definitely a necessity out here in this arena. Listen, I love you guys. Again, make sure you guys are tapped in to the Leverage Show on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and Finance Fridays live at 12 p.m. Eastern. And 11 a.m. Central, and then 9 a.m. Pacific time. If you guys want to be tapped into Finance Fridays live, again, we're going to be bringing more content to here. Y'all do not want to miss this. I thank y'all for y'all spending your lunch break with me, spending this time with me, and hearing what Lambo actually had to say, and some great opportunities that I can actually bring across to y'all that'll really help you guys out tremendously for the long run. That's what I'm here for. You guys and everything, man, are definitely want to get into some things with your personal or your business credit too. Please hit me up. I will definitely connect you to those resources that will be able to actually help get you some funding, not just fix your personal or your business, but actually get you some funding so you guys can actually get some funding for your business or your personal credit too. And at that point, just go on ahead and type in personal or business credit, and we will make sure we get you guys involved with the right tracks as well. We're here for you guys to win, man. I've been Lambo Drew. You guys have been amazing, amazing guests, man, to the show. Thank y'all so much, man, for y'all definitely for giving all the support and really blessing me, man, each and every single week right here on this Leverage Show. Listen, till next time, have an amazing weekend. Have a wonderful, happy Labor Day. Thank you guys again for tapping on. And again, text that number on the bottom of the screen, 612-547-8826, 612-547-8826, and we will make sure that we get you guys involved with those plays and get you guys in a better position for this year. Love you guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. God bless. We out of here next time.